Good morning, everybody, for my latest video. It's another beautiful day here in Central Portugal. The neighbors are out picking olives and it's just, as you can see, quite stunning out here. In this video, I spend an unsettling amount of time talking to the cat. I must miss my parents and my friend. Unfortunately, Mikey isn't much of a conversationalist, but you know, we do seem to get along okay, so that's good. I do a lot of land work in this video, a lot of stuff with olive trees. And yeah, it's just nice to be outside and be doing some physical work. So I hope you enjoy this video and I'll check in again at the end. Do you like it up here on the box? Well, I have some bad news. This box is going outside. You can still sit on it, but somehow I don't think it'll be the same. So enjoy it while it lasts. How does that look? So here's two of my dad's creations. He's got the trellis there and the gas bottle box beneath a newly acquired piece of plastic roofing that my friends gave me. So hopefully that protects it nicely. And I have the gas bottles protected as well. They've got their little door inside. Oops. Not one, but two gas bottles. One of them's almost empty and the other one is full. I need to trim this off so that this closes. Ugh. Come on. But it's mostly done and I'm super happy with it. Okay, job done. I can access the greenhouse area now and hopefully I can put the plastic on. I still have a bit of work to do, sort of at the side to clear space, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do the part by the bananas and the part at the back, but the front is clear and I can hopefully figure everything out from there. I used my trusty enchada to move the gravel, definitely the right tool for the job, and it was weirdly enjoyable. I haven't been doing a lot of physical work lately. I've been doing a lot of carpentry. And yeah, it feels good to be back outside and moving stuff around. So first task was to move the gravel so I have a path in front of the greenhouse, and now I can access it to try to replace the plastic. So little by little, I'm getting there. I've moved a lot of the gravel over to the patio area, and I'm also thinking about just continuing work on that, clearing out the dirt, putting the gravel in, and preparing a nice little flat base for the future paving stones. They won't happen for a very long time, but if I can get the gravel down, it means that I get it out of this pile and get it to where it's supposed to live for the foreseeable future. It's a beautiful day and I really want to take advantage of the weather while it's dry. I don't like working in the rain, and while it's not so freezing cold, I also don't like working in the cold. I don't know if you can hear, but the neighbors are chainsawing. There's some people out picking olives already, so the neighborhood is abuzz and people are enjoying the sunshine, and so am I. Good morning, sir. What are you looking at? Oh. You had better be careful, Mr. Gecko. Because this little guy... You go outside. You leave that guy alone. You leave the little gecko alone, okay? Don't you be licking your lips. You leave that gecko alone. Yes. Now, I know what you're doing. You're trying to get back inside, but it's not happening. So, go on, go outside and play. Go out and play. And now I'm going to work on basically drying out firewood that my dad cut that has been sitting in buckets that have gotten rained on because the tarp hasn't protected them. So I'm going to lay those all out and then bundle it all up and put it somewhere a bit more dry. So I'm going to get started on that and yeah, knock another job off my list for the day. It is crazy beautiful out here today. The sun is shining, the neighbors are out, but I'm trying to hide away from the sunlight, so I'm hiding over here in this little sliver of shade in amongst the buckets of lime so that I can look at this thing. I was sent this ages ago by a company called Kebtek, and I'm going to bust it open now and see what it can do. So this guy is a handheld snipper, probably super useful for pruning grapes, and I'm going to use it to chop off the bottoms of my olive trees, all going to plan. So let's see how this thing works. So we've got a nice case, nice and solid, and then so in here we've got the instruction manual, a pack of something, charger, the pruning shears themselves, and I'm guessing 2 batteries, and a teeny bottle. It feels really good, and the weight of the battery isn't too much. The batteries are nice and small, super lightweight, and yeah, it feels like a very comfortable weight to be working with for a long time. So I'm going to charge this thing up and see if I can put it to good use. First, let's see what's in this tiny bag. Got some tools for some stuff. Allen keys, a wrench, or I mean a screwdriver, whatever that's called. I don't know what these are for, but this can tell me. So I've got a bit of reading to do. I'm gonna go charge the battery up and then put this thing to the test. It's a perfectly blue sky, the sun is shining, and I'm definitely taking advantage of it because I've got my e-bike on charge, and I've got this solar generator on charge, and now I'm gonna stick this guy on charge as well. So I'm really pushing my solar system to the max, but if I can get everything charged up in this beautiful weather, I'll be very happy. So I'm hiding inside, just taking a break. It's pretty hot out there, even though it's the first week of November. I'm reading the instruction manual, trying to figure out how this guy works, and either later today or tomorrow I'm gonna take it down to the olive trees and see if this helps me get rid of all those little suckers at the bottom. I hope it does, because it's a job that takes so long to do by hand, and if I have this little battery operated guy to help me out, it'll make my life so much easier. So fingers crossed this all works as I expect it to, and I'm looking forward to, yeah, getting started on that job. I don't know how well you can see this, but it's operating in real time, and this is giving me the stats. It shows the battery's 100% charged, and it's giving enough solar to power the needs of my system right now, which includes charging the batteries for the clippers and also charging the electric bike. My solar generator is fully charged. So the idea is charge your batteries while the sun is shining, and it's certainly sunny out there, so I'm taking full advantage. I thought I would take a moment to point out my new shoes. Okay, enough of that. The reason they're interesting is because they have hard toes. I don't know if they're steel. I don't remember. But it's about time I got some proper safety-ish working shoes. One thing that's kind of annoying though is that the only ones available in women's sizes were pink. I don't have any problem with pink, but I mean, come on. It's 2022, people. Give us an option besides pink. I quite like the pink. It does clash with my red socks, but you know what? Nobody's ever accused me of being fashionable, so I'm okay with that. Anyway, I do feel much better having these, and excited to, oops, walk like a fool. I think I feel comfortable in them already. And though I don't have any tasks requiring hard toes at the moment, I just feel like it's probably good to have proper shoes that aren't falling off your feet. Because these are my old shoes. I've probably had them for about 5 years. They have served me very well, but as you can see, they're pretty awful and very rough shape. And it's just time to say goodbye. And I'm happy to be able to upgrade to steel toes, or whatever kind of toes. Yeah, so feels good. They feel comfortable. Definitely need to break them in a bit more. So I'll walk around like this. And yeah, just try to get in the habit of wearing them every day, and eventually they'll be as comfortable as these guys were. One day. So it's been a busy day. I've cleared all these pots out and stuck them on the side. And so not only does it make my place look much tidier, I think, it also allows me to actually access the greenhouse so I can put the plastic back on. Obviously, no matter how much work I do on beautifying the place, I've still got this massive pile of gravel here, so I need to focus on moving this up to the patio too. And of course, in addition, I have this ugly looking pile of cardboard boxes with clay inside. So, you know, no matter what I do, I always have building materials to contend with. Not to mention the sand over there, etc., etc. So it is a building site for sure, but I do feel like this little row of pots is a definite improvement. The beautiful sunshine has dried these logs, and so I'm gonna collect them up, put them in buckets, and cover them with a tarp, and try to do a little better this time with not getting them wet. My dad wanted me to ask this question of you guys out there. I don't know if you can see, but there's little holes in this wood. They're fairly consistent. They're all over the piece of wood. They're about 1 millimeter in diameter, and I'm wondering if anybody out there might know what's causing these little holes. If you have any idea, please let me know in the comments, because I don't have a clue. Good morning, everybody. It is a beautiful day out here. I don't know if you can hear in the background the noise. That's the neighbors picking some olives with a very strange device called the tickler. It's a ridiculous device that just makes the olives go everywhere, and it's an alternative to just raking them off by hand. So it's nice to hear everybody out. It's a beautiful day for them. I'm not going to pick olives this year, but I am going to use this device to try to prune them. I've got a whole bunch of suckers coming off the bottoms of the trees, and I was given this clipping, battery-operated clipper thing by a company called Kebtek, and it's about time I try it out. So I'm gonna stick the battery in, oil it up, and take it down to the trees and hopefully give them a snippy snip and hopefully they look a lot better than they do right now, because currently there's so many shoots coming up from the bottom, and that's not necessarily a good thing for the trees, and it does make them really hard to pick as well. Since I'm not picking my olives this year, I offered them to my neighbor, and so if they do decide to pick them, it would be nice for me to at least try to clear some of the stuff away for them. So yeah, that's what I'm up to this morning. Let's get this thing loaded with the battery and get down to the olive trees and get started. Okay, seems pretty straightforward. Battery just clips in like that. Turn it on like that, and then 2 quick pumps turns it on. And then holding the blade for 3 seconds changes the distance here. And it looks like there's 2 different settings. Hold it for 5 seconds. That turns it off. Turn it off here. And you can easily remove the battery just by pulling it out like that. Yeah, so it seems pretty straightforward. Let's go give this guy a try. Wow. Straight through, no hassle. I barely felt a thing. Yep, same with this. So that's, you know, it's not massively mega thick, but it's nothing to be sniffed at either. It definitely would be a struggle using the hand tool. I'm actually kind of looking forward to this job now. I've got these handy clippers, and yeah, I can just kind of go into the zone and get it done. It's always rewarding, I think, when I have a job where at the end of it you see the results. And the results of this is going to be a tree that has way less suckers sticking out the bottom, so that'll be good. It'll be a fine Sunday morning, I think. Hello. What's this? Hello there, little dude. Would you like it up here? You gonna help me, or are you gonna get in my way? I have a feeling you're gonna get in my way, but it's okay. What do you think? All right, little dude, you can hang out in there, and I'm gonna focus on all the trees up at the top. I'm just gonna get to it. I haven't finished this one yet, but you can see it looks much better than this guy. And also, I should probably try to get the branches that are kind of in the middle as well, if I'm feeling super ambitious. And then over here, I've got a couple more trees up top. These trees seem kind of okay as far as pruning goes, or sucker cutting off being. But this guy, he's looking pretty sad. Seems like most of the branches are actually coming out of the bottom, and he looks pretty bald. This is not a sexy looking tree. It's got some olives on it though, but yeah, not my finest work. But these guys, they still look sort of happy, so I'll take it. I'm new to all this. I still have that whole terrace down there to do. And yeah, so plenty of sucker removal practicing still to do. And I am very much enjoying using this tool. It actually makes it fun, and it really is an amazing bit of kit. So thank you, Kebtek, for sending this to me. I'm a fan, and it's making this job actually enjoyable. And so what I'm left with, and this is probably the least enjoyable part of the job, is all of these trimmings, and basically I'm just gonna burn them in a fire. If I had a wood chipper, I would love to put them through the wood chipper, but I don't, and so basically around this time of year you'll see all kinds of little fires on people's properties, and it's to get rid of these olive scraps. Any bigger pieces that I end up chopping off I'll keep for firewood, but all this little stuff just has to go into a burn pile, unfortunately. Maybe if and when Sinead moves here, we can invest in a collective or even a neighborhood wood chipper that we share around. I would love to get some kind of tool share going, but for now, I don't have it, and I can't really justify owning one on my own for the amount of trees that I have, so I'll just have a little fire with this stuff, get rid of it probably this week, and the property will look so much cleaner, and hopefully the trees will be so much happier as well. So after a long day of work outside, I'm hanging out by the fire with my little friend, doing some video work. A really lovely end to a lovely day. Okay, I need to be tapping on the computer, not petting you, so time to get back to work. Good morning from the inside of a cloud, I think. It is super foggy this morning, but also very bright and very mild and super nice. But it looks like we're existing right now inside of a puffy cloud. It's very strange. I've never seen it like this before, but it's kind of cool. So it's still foggy or cloudy or whatever. Usually it clears by now, but it's kind of cool. I am enjoying. It's sort of different weather to usual, so that's nice. So rather than doing the greenhouse right now, I'm actually going to wait a bit because the wood's kind of wet and I just want it to be dry before I start stapling stuff onto it. I don't know why, it just seems like it should be. Instead of that, I'm going to go prune some more olive trees down on the bottom terrace and also move the big piles of all the scraps to the place where I'm going to have the fire. What are you looking at? All right, let's clip some olive trees. So it's not so bad down here. I've got some trees that have loads and loads of suckers and some other trees that just have a few. So it doesn't look like it'll take me so long down here. One thing that's really cool though is this lovely blanket of clover. Just looks really nice. All right, time to get to work. Job done. I have masses of olive suckers in piles all around the bottom terrace. I'm probably not gonna tidy them up until tomorrow or the next day, but this really made light work of everything, although it still did take me a couple of hours, so it was really enjoyable. I just put some headphones in and got to it. I'm listening to the audiobook for The Count of Monte Cristo. That is 50 hours of book, and I'm really enjoying it, so it's easy to just get into the zone. And with this thing, it really is actually quite enjoyable. I looked this guy up online, and I think on Amazon UK, it's about 150 quid. Definitely money well spent if you've got lots of grapevines, lots of trees to prune, lots of olives, suckers to remove. This really made the job quite enjoyable. There's all kinds of different brands. This is the only one I've tried, but I'm definitely happy with it. It feels nice and light. And this battery has been going for about 3 hours solidly. So I'm really happy. Look into them if you need to do a lot of pruning. I've evacuated the top terrace because the neighbors are picking olives up there, and I always feel really silly when I talk into the camera and there's other people around. So rather than work on the greenhouse with them sort of right on top of me, I'm actually going to leave it until tomorrow, which means I have to leave it until a new video. So I'm going to say goodbye from this video. I feel like I've done loads of stuff. I've crossed lots of stuff off my November list, and I'm really happy with the work I've got done. So as always, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share it around, and all that stuff. And I'll see you in the next one.